20-year-old mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
He told me a little bit about you. And what inspired you to kind of like get involved with like Porsches and those types of things?
Growing up, my mom had a 996, and then my dad had a 997. So I was always kind of in the back seat of a 911.
Okay.
And my uncles always had Porsches, so they would have like Turbo S's or something, and I would always get like, a little excited of seeing and being around those cars.
Beautiful cars. Was it like the feeling or the sound or?
It was being in the back seat. You feel the rumble behind you. You hear the noise.
And you get thrown back in your seat. The traffic lights.
Yeah, me and my brother calling shots as we run out the front door. Who's not gonna sit in the back? Cramped knees. But
it's funny how they make those back seats. It's like it's not for people. It's just where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years from now?
The goal is have my own shop and doing all the air-cooled stuff. So I specialize right now in the 356 and then 912. I'm kind of staying away from the 911 until I get specialized in the older cars, and then I'll work my way up as I go.
Nice.
But goal is own shop and be a specialist, an air-cooled specialist.
Very cool. Very cool.
And you know, he's going to make a fortune because the amount of talent that has, people that have that skill at his age, it's very rare. So I think he'll supply and demand. He'll be very successful. Very successful.
And luckily, I'm learning from two of the best people.
I have oil changes on 911.
No, I have a gentleman named Jack Staggs in San Clemente.
Yeah.
He comes and teaches me almost once a week now. He comes down to the shop and we'll work on a car together, tune it or something. Most people don't know how to do on those cars because everybody can get it pretty close. He goes above and beyond and gets it perfect all the way through the rev range, past where people will drive those cars.
Yeah.
There's no stumbles or hiccups throughout, all the way to $5,000, $6,000 at red line, past red line even sometimes.
Oh, incredible.
So is it true that it's good to open those cars up and
They need to be driven. You've heard the term Italian tune-up. Do a driven tune-up. It needs it.
yeah.
Sometimes if the cars are acting weird, I'll put a hand over a carburetor and suck all the dirt out of it.
Wow.
It's the same idea. If you're going fast, you're going all the way to the top of the red limiter, you'll pull dirt and things through the jets.
I used to take one of my neighbors. I used to tell him you have to go and clean out the
jets.
The jets,
Just load up.
the engine, and then we'd go and I'd drive around Newport, opening it up. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I didn't realize it was.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
I run this thing called Marvel Mystery Oil in all the carbureted cars. Even my dirt bikes, if they're carbureted, it basically, the gas nowadays has so much ethanol and everything in it, it gums everything up. So you put something in it to help stop that. Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Nice.
It's nice to do something you enjoy. It's not like work.
No, my mom says it every time people ask. She's like, "You'll never work a day in your life. As long as I enjoy it, that's the point."
And when you do stuff like that, the money just comes.
Yeah. So it's actually beneficial to take your Porsche redline.
Yeah,
Every
enjoy it and
Porsche,
drive it.
or
Pretty much.
Which Porsches shouldn't be redlined?
The ones that you can tell from the computer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
don't redline yours.
Like that one.
If you can tell it's redline for resale purposes, don't do it. But otherwise, you're fine.
Oh, so it's like whenever you try to resell a Porsche, it tells you how many times it's been
All
redlined?
the newer ones, you can plug in a computer and it tells you how many times it's gone up and everything. If it's been cold started and hasn't been warmed up, the computers nowadays tell you everything you need to know before buying a car.
Fascinating.
Can you redline a PDK? Can you go past the red line on a PDK?
If you're in manual mode, probably.
Oh.
I don't know that, but I would assume so.
So
You could over-rev all of them.
Yeah.
They actually
you
at the Porsche dealership will plug in to see how many over-revs.
Yeah.
Even on a Tiptronic?
I don't know about a tip, but I'm sure you can.
The PDK for sure,
PDK
because the
for sure.
RS is that you can over rev them,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of things. When people go to buy them, they don't get PPIs. They just plug in a module. How many over revs does it have?
Yeah.
Because that's how you know if it's been driven hard or not.
Yeah.
If someone's going out to $9,000 or whatever those cars go to, what does that go to? 9?
That one, I think 7, and then the 3RS is 9.
Yeah.
9K.
If they go,
RS too?
No, I don't. No, my buddy
Wouldn't be
does.
surprised.
Yeah, no.
but if the car's been going to $9,000 50, 60 times, someone's driven that thing hard. If it's gone once, okay, you're probably fine.
Nice. Which one did you drive today?
I'm in the Red Marine Pro.
Oh, really?
So I just got that about 4 months ago. So I've been slowly restoring it and going about making it nice again.
Oh, cool.
Let me start you off in the back, where all the
All right.
all the sacrilegious stuff has happened in this thing. So, at a previous point in time, somebody pulled the 912 motor out of this and put a Volkswagen motor in it. They're pretty much the same, but they are very different. So this is where I'm kind of starting off with this project. I just, a few weeks ago, went and bought a 912 motor. So I'm going to slowly build up a hot rod motor, a 1.9, and throw that in to give this thing a little bit more power. At the moment it's pretty slow, but I've kind of gone through this week. I went ahead and painted the dash, redid the gauges thanks to the Gale speedometer. I'm just slowly going through it, making a running driving car that's a driver. Canyon carver. If I want to do autocross, I can do autocross.
Okay.
It's my daily now, and just enjoying it.
What year is this?
It's a 67.
67. All right. And what year were you born?
I was born in 04. Yeah, it's pretty
That's
old,
awesome.
but the car is pretty straight. Obviously, the paint's been redone a few times. If you look here, this is the original Polo Red coming through. At one point, it was painted metallic blue, and now it's ruby red metallic.
Beautiful.
But besides the motor, seats, and paint, it's a pretty much original car. All the suspension and bushings look pretty much original.
Okay.
So just one thing at a time. It's my daily driver. So I do something after hours, and then I drive it home for the night. Bring it back next morning and do something again.
Cool. And what's the front trunk look like?
It's pretty messy, but let's show. So I haven't been doing much in here. This is kind of one of my next projects showing up here.
This is the first time I've ever seen a 67.
So
What is this
pretty
called? A trunk?
much the frunk,
Frunk? Okay.
bonnet, whatever you want to call
Bonnet.
it. But this is the stuff I was talking about earlier. Every time I get gas, I throw a little bit of this in, and it will save your carburetors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Marvel Mystery Oil.
Do you mix it in the gas?
I just throw a little bit in before I put gas.
Okay.
Just a good amount, decent amount, but I just put it in my gas tank and then I fill it with gas.
Nice. Awesome. And what drew you to this car?
Realistically, they're just a really fun, drivable car that you can have. You can just enjoy it. You don't have to worry about getting scratches or rock chips or anything.
That's the
And
best feeling, man.
for me, more so than anything, I can work on it. I can do anything I need to this car anywhere. It's a little tool bag in there. I can pretty much do anything I need.
Yeah.
So it's very just user-friendly if you know how to work on them.
What's like the latest Porsche that doesn't have all that computer stuff, where it's still kind of like a simple wheel and engine and...
They really started changing when they went to the MFI cars. So 73, the carbureted cars, that's where from then on it kind of changed. You have to know a lot more. But if you're talking about new age, 2016, that was the year before the Carreras had turbos and a lot less sensors and things to them. When they went over to 2017 for the .2s, you got all the sensors, you got more turbo, or you got turbos on pretty much everything besides the GT3 and RS. So that for me is when they changed over. They switched paths.
Yeah.
They went more, power versus naturally aspirated sound, and the shifting, less cars became manual, and that's where it really changed in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
And obviously the 2017s and up, the .2s, the power you can make off a stock motor is pretty crazy. Tune, downpipes, turbo upgrade, you can make 700 horsepower on a stock motor. It's insane.
Yeah.
The bang for buck is there, but that's from where I noticed the soul disappeared. It started to go away.
Yeah, absolutely. And where can people follow you if they want to know more about Porsches or...
My Instagram, Malik Ataya 3. I'll give you a perfect.
Thank you.
It's a love affair with all these cars. You talked to Simon a second ago. He has a few of them.
Yeah.
Jerry has a few of them. Art has a few of them. Just kind of, that's the dream. Once you get into them, you just can't run away.
Yeah.
You've never talked to somebody that had one or two and then hated them. They keep going. There's a reason. They buy a Ferrari, they get rid of it, they never get another one.
Yeah.
Lambo, same thing. The Porsches, you see these people buy them, and they buy more and more and more because they are that great.
Nice. Do you have any words of advice for someone who wants to follow their dreams? And
I'm 20 years old. I'm still learning it myself. So at the moment I don't. I just know, just get up and do it. Just get up in the morning and just get to work. It's not that hard to just do something. Why sit at home all day doing nothing when you can just get up and go for a drive, go ride a bike, go run, do something. Just keep moving. There's no point in staying where you are.
yeah, buddy. That's right. Thanks, Malik.
Or is that the Porsche?